Directed by Rob Savage, the man behind the 2016 masterpiece Dawn of the Dead, this short film features Alice Lowe as a mother struggling to save herself and her dangerously sick daughter from a mysterious demonic entity. And their only protection against the demon is salt. The film is extremely fast-paced and shocking, making it probably the best 2-minute horror short ever made. For its short runtime, Salt gives us few extremely scary glimpses at the demon, while the speed at which things happen creates the necessary tension and claustrophobia. In this video, we will explore the short film, its demon, and draw parallels between director Rob Savage's monster and an equally horrific fallen god from an Indian film called Tumbad. The film begins in a dimly lit room, and we see a woman named Alice and her sick daughter, named Meeker, who wakes up from sleep due to coughs. Alice speaks softly in a room that's covered in pages from the Bible and several crosses spread across. Curiously enough, Meeker is sleeping on a hospital bed, and wherever you look, you'll find medicines, while the girl herself has an oxygen mask on. The girl goes on coughing and the mother tries to help, but to no avail. Alice goes through a bag of medication, but doesn't get what she needs. She tells her sick daughter that she'll go down the stairs and be back in no time, a decision that the daughter disagreed with. At which point, Alice advised to Meeker that she should stay inside the circle. The camera pans out as Alice leaves the room, and we see that Meeker's hospital bed was within a circle of salt. As Alice hastily rushes down the flight of stairs, she trips and falls. But instead of tending to herself, the first thing she does is making another salt circle around her, which was curious, but not for long. Before we go forward, please consider subscribing to us. It may be a small click from you, but goes a long way for us. Let's continue, shall we? She looks through the door at a rattling noise, but gets surprised by a demonic entity attacking her from behind. The hideous monster jumped onto her, but got repelled back due to the circle Alice had made. Looking closely, you'll see that the demon had a feline-like posture and a humanoid, but smoky body. Alice found enough time to shield herself behind a door, but the demon was still after her. Soon, it breaks into the room and pursues Alice. Here we notice the demon's rather goat-like face and small horns. As the demon looked for Alice, she came through a door behind it and quickly trapped it in a salt circle. This gave Alice enough time to look for the medication that she needed for Meeker. However, the demonic entity had a few tricks up its sleeve and was capable of more than jumping around. It somehow managed to take control of the electricity and telekinetically made a fan fall off. The fan turned on and blew away the salt from the circle. It broke free and approached Alice before turning into smoke and disappearing. Alice realized that Meeker was now in danger and rushed to her, only to find the little girl passed out and immobile in bed. She picks up Meeker, rushes to the car, and puts her in it, before encircling the car with more salt. However, the car doesn't start, and to Alice's horrific realization, she sees that it has started to rain, meaning that it would dissolve the salty protection. The film ends with Alice's fear turning into a reality as she witnesses the demon up close, staring at her from the windshield. The demonic entity and Hustor from Tumbad. Well, Rob Savage's film bears uncanny resemblances with the monster from this 2018 Indian film called Tumbad. In the movie, the small town of Tumbad housed an ancient demon called Hustor, who also couldn't cross a ring of wheat flour, but why? According to the film, the 33 crore gods and goddesses of Hinduism were the sons and daughters of the goddess of plenty, and Hustor was her eldest born. He saw that the goddess created gold and grains for humans as a form of wealth and food, but evil Hustor wanted it all for himself and stole all the gold. The other gods allowed this because they considered gold to be of less value when it came to mankind's enlightenment. However, Hustor wanted more and went for the food, but this would be his biggest and final mistake because his heavenly brothers and sisters destroyed him. But being his mother, the goddess of plenty saved him. However, she knew what her child had become and she banished him into her womb, which was represented by Earth itself. Now, according to the movie, Hustor had all the wealth, but was forever hungry, and grain could be used to steal gold coins from him. The film's lead, Vinayak, manages this by drawing Hustor close by offering him small puppets made of wheat doughs, and saved himself from Hustor's cursed touch by drawing a circle around him that was made of wheat flour. You may wonder how it was that Hustor could eat the wheat doughs but was stopped by the wheat flour. Well, the doughs were offered to Hustor, but the flour on the ground wasn't. And as we learnt earlier, Hustor was punished and banished for stealing. As far as Savage's short film is concerned, he created a sharp and shocking film that leaves the audience craving for more. I mean, how did the demon get into the lives of Alice and Meeker? What happened to Alice after the short ended? And why's the demonic entity scared of salt? Well, these and many other burning questions are left unanswered, but I guess that's why short films are made, to try and see if a concept works with the audience. And lastly, hats off to James Swanton, somewhere in that demon costume, leaping and whacking like a murderously demented spider. You can find the link to Savage's short in the description below. That was all in the video. Let us know in the comments about your thoughts. Take care and have a good one.